There are lots of different companies and great companies that have been founded within emerging regions, but a lot of them do not actually have the capital required to scale and actually grow their business to the level that we believe that they can be at. And so that's where Acumen's patient capital comes in. We come in very early on, are able to work with founders, handhold founders, as well as give them the opportunity to work with people within our internal team that have the experience and capacity to help them grow and develop.
Hi, my name is Cfye Final. I'm the CEO and founder of Zebra Crop Bank, a post-harvest services platform for farmers to store, manage and monetize their produce. Essentially, we're deploying technology-backed infrastructure at farm gate to address the critical last-mile supply chain challenges faced by smallholder farmers. So I started off as an Acumen fellow, and since then, Acumen has been an integral part of our journey towards developing sustainable solutions for the agriculture space.
Acumen is a non-for-profit organization that invests in early-stage businesses with the aim of tackling poverty in developing economies.
Prior to our interaction with Acumen, our experience had been in developing individual, centralized solutions with lower chances of scalability. Acumen, on the other hand, has played a significant role in our move towards more decentralized and scalable solutions. So for instance, when we first started ideating and working to build out Crop Bank, Acumen supported and advised us through that process. Everything from organizational structuring to systems building and fundraising.
Apart from the fact that we have funded Crop Bank, we also make sure that we're available for strategic discussions. We're also on the boards, and we can also introduce them to different companies and investors that are willing to invest in the impact space as well.
So when we got to the point where we were comfortable enough and we felt that our solution was strong enough to justify outside investment, Acumen once again took the lead and became our lead investor. Since their support, we've expanded from, I think we had 2 banks when they first joined us, and now we're pushing on 10 banks, and we were engaging, I believe at the time, just over 1,000 farmers. Now we're over 40,000 farmers engaged, although we have a more active base that's less than that.
Sub-Saharan Africa is experiencing a critical employment crisis, with millions of its rapidly growing population facing limited access to decent work opportunities. This has left many trapped in poverty and vulnerable to unstable, low-quality employment in the informal economy. This is why projects like Cfye, Challenge Fund for Youth Employment, play a crucial role in addressing these challenges. Cfye and Acumen are partnering with the goal of creating and improving 15,000 quality jobs for youths aged between 15 and 35 by identifying, investing in, and scaling early-stage businesses in Kenya, Ethiopia, Nigeria, and Uganda. By strengthening these enterprises, they can provide more productive jobs, thereby driving economic growth. With Cfye's partnership, Acumen achieves 2 key objectives. Firstly, we are actively identifying promising small businesses, providing them with the funding they need, and ensuring their scalability, impact, and resilience in creating jobs. Secondly, we are also able to develop a knowledge base of how to invest in workforce development effectively and at scale within the African context.
So in essence, Acumen's support and partnership has actually emboldened us to take on such a daunting challenge. Not just coming up with a solution, but having sort of the confidence and freedom to dream about expanding that solution not just across Nigeria, but across the continent. As an internal policy and in practice, over 50% of our beneficiaries are youth and over 70% of our beneficiaries are women. While this is internal policy for us, it's also the reality of the agriculture space. Over 70% of the smallholder farmers in Nigeria are women.
Crop Bank works with smallholder farmers in rural communities by helping them store their produce and also create market access for them. In terms of Crop Bank's business model, they actually embody decency of work. In their everyday life, they are able to work with farmers, which means farmers can actually come into the banks and actually store their produce. One, that means that their produce don't get spoiled or eaten by pests. And so this also means that they can wait to get higher prices during different seasons. Crop Bank in itself makes sure that farmers have higher income and therefore reducing post-harvest losses. So for that reason alone, Crop Bank embodies decency of work.
Working at Zebra Crop Bank has been truly transformative. It's not just a job, it's a platform for personal growth and meaningful contributions. I've had the opportunity to expand my skill sets, take on leadership roles, and work with incredible teams that are all driven by making an impact. The mission of Zebra Crop Bank to revolutionize farm gate infrastructure and empower smallholder farmers deeply resonates with me. And being part of this journey has reinforced my confidence in the power of purposeful work. I've grown professionally, built valuable networks, and found immense fulfillment in a cause that impacts lives.
As a tech person, I get to work alongside different industries. It was my first forte into the agri space, really, and got to see how there is a lot of food waste, how there is a need for this kind of like infrastructure. And it really got me to a place where like to see the impact of how the products will reach the lives of the average farmer. So it was very interesting to be a part of something, to be like, okay, as we are building this and we're expanding, we're also like expanding the lives of everyday farmers, trying to reach them and get them the best value for their products. So as the company grows, the impact grows. So it's been an amazing thing to watch, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
The aim of Acumen's patient capital is for us to go in when others might not or see this as too risky. And so we're able to go and help these companies and actually build great partnerships for them to also be able to go on, create employment and better livelihoods for those within their communities. As Crop Bank scales, decency of work will continue to scale for farmers.